In the secluded village of Elden Falls, nestled between misty mountains and lush forest, a young man named Alaric lived a life of quiet solitude. He carried an intimidating secret woven into the very fabric of his being, a demonic power inherited from an ancient ancestor, once feared and reviled for wielding malevolent magic. Though the villagers were unaware of Alaric's dark gift, an instinctual wariness lingered around him, manifesting itself in their hushed whispers and cautious glances. Alaric's life was one of careful balance. By day, he worked as an unassuming apprentice blacksmith under the kindly Mr. Bellows. By night, under the cover of darkness, he transformed into the reluctant guardian of the oppressed, utilizing his shadowy power to fight against injustice. Harnessing the energy within him was not easy. It demanded a delicate dance between control and chaos, light and darkness. The power, a flickering flame of shadow, was insatiable, always whispering temptations of greater destruction and wrath. Yet, Alaric confined its hunger to noble acts of bravery, using it only when necessary, and never for personal gain. Stories spoke of an invisible avenger striking against bandits. Tyrants and tormentors within the village found their schemes mysteriously thwarted, their malevolent ambitions fizzling into sparks of summarily snuffed candlesticks. The day came when Elden Falls faced its greatest threat. A cruel warlord, Gareth the Ravager, descended upon the village with his horde. They demanded tribute and made their intent to enslave the villagers clear. The cries of desperation echoed deep into the recesses of Alaric's soul, igniting his resolve. That night, under a canopy of shivering stars, Alaric embraced the fullness of his shadowy gift. He melded into the silhouettes of the night, a phantom of excruciating vengeance. His eyes glowed with an otherworldly crimson as he advanced towards the enemy encampment. His powers unfurled like wings of despair upon them, disarming and disabling, binding and banishing the marauders far from their wailing village. When dawn shone upon Elden Falls, the villagers were free, their spirits unbroken. To them, salvation came faceless and nameless, and they spoke of the miracle of that night with revered tones. Alaric, ever the invisible hero, returned to his life, carrying the shadow within with renewed acceptance and purpose. He pledged a silent oath, as guardians of old, to stand against darkness with darkness, forevermore watching over those who could not protect themselves.